Well, good evening, everybody. It is 10 o'clock. Oh, you can see that. Currently 10 o'clock, and we have a C7 Corvette here to ceramic coat the entire body, glass, and tint all the windows all around. So this car is going to get Lumar IRX 15 on all the sides and the back, and Air 80 on the windshield, because he does do some nighttime driving and stuff like that, so visibility was a big thing for him, and that's why that Air 80 is going to be the best film for him. It's barely going to be noticeable on the car in terms of legal stuff, and then at nighttime, I mean, it's as clear as the glass, but it rejects all the UV properties. That's going to cause the cracking on the dash. It's going to reject about 40% of the heat, so not as much as the side windows or darker percentages, but still quite a bit, you know, for essentially a clear film. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off pre-cut the film out for the doors. Matt already decon washed this thing and got it all prepped for coating, or I guess for the polishing stage. As you can see here, we got some weird stuff kind of going on there, up around front. A couple bigger rock chips. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna, oh, never mind. Thought that was a rock chip right there. Those are all just light little water spots. As you can see, we got some little minor bug etching there, nothing major. But stuff like this, that doesn't wipe off, but that should polish up pretty good. Just go through this car panel by panel, inspect it, cut, polish, whatever needs to be done, all the way through to the rear. Yeah, just get this thing looking basically as good as day one, if not better. But yeah, this is a I don't even know what it is. It's a 2019 Z06, so it's got the supercharged. It's a manual spec, really clean car for what it is. I think it has, 6,000 miles on the dash, so very low mild car. Yeah, she's gonna look awesome here once we're done with it. So gonna go and get started by plotting off the windows and get going on that. Okay, so as you can see on here, I got the side doors, and I did have some spare room on the top there for the little windows right behind there. And now we're just gonna go ahead and cut all this out. And I did pre-pull the film out 42 inches because that's what it says it's gonna use on there. So I did pre-pull that out, so now we shouldn't have any issues with binding or anything like that. Yeah, we're just gonna cut it out and get it shrunk up and on the car. Now, okay, if you're not a window tinter, you might not appreciate, let me make sure I got you guys in full frame here. You guys might not appreciate it, but remember how I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows on this piece of film? This is just gonna show you just how dialed in I have my plotter. So I'm gonna take my film here. That's how dialed in my plotter is. So, okay, so as you guys saw, I obviously pre-cut the film out, but that does not mean that it is shaped to the frame of the window itself, because there is a significant amount of curve going on these doors, and being as they are frameless, you kind of only get one shot here. You can't shrink it post, well you can, but you can't really conform it to the shape after the fact. So what I'm gonna do here now is take my film over to the window itself. Spray it down with some water. I'm actually gonna trip the latch so it thinks that the window is all the way up, so I have maximum basically glass to work with here. I'll just squeegee off some of the dirt, dust, whatever there might be on here. Spray it down in water again. Take the film, lay it on. So you see all this tension here. This is what I gotta move down to conform this window. So I'll start right about here, right about midway through, shove it down. Got a finger there, got a finger there. Move all these ones down and around. So now I got basically 3 fingers here to try to work with. So I'll take my heat gun and try to get it laid down. Okay, and just like that, the film is conformed to the shape of the window itself. So I'll do now, take it off, move it to my board. Now keep in mind, this window is all the way up. And here, I'll actually bring you guys around. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do with this window, spray it down, scrub it. And as far as the water drips go on the actual panel, that's okay. I'll clean that up later with some like leather cleaner and stuff like that. And I really do want to hit these doors anyways, because I feel like I can maybe bring back a little bit of the clearness. Now that's scrubbed, there's a OnStar sticker down here in the corner. Don't need that anymore, so we'll peel that off. Scrape off any residue left over. And we'll just scrape, especially that top edge where it rides on that rubber gasket all around is pretty important, I found. And we'll just razor blade down. Okay, now that that's done, and again, I know this car is pretty clean. Yes, it's, what are we at now? 6 years old, 7. But now what I'll do is, see how that water just is parked on there now? Whatever glass coating or Rain-X stuff that they were using to clean the glass is now stripped off. So now all I care about is squeegeeing this thing down. And you can see it, my squeegee's flat, and you see that area right there I missed. That just shows you how curved this window actually is. So all I'm trying to do is get as much of that dirt and dust knocked down as far as I can go. Okay, now that's all that is done, just gonna check. Then what I'm gonna do is open up this gasket on the bottom. Spray some water between there. I'll come over to my peel board, grab the film. Okay, now I got my film in my hand here. The biggest place for contamination is gonna be that top edge. You know, if this film was to go over it and there was any dirt or dust left on that edge, this film will catch that and hold it. So my goal here is to slide it down as far as I can get it before having to touch that top edge. So you can see here, I'm trying to get the film laid down. I got it tucked in that front gasket pretty good. I'm gonna shimmy it back and forth. Try and get it shoved down as good as I can get. Go forward. And now it's just about lining it up. So you can see I have a bunch of excess film right in there. which is okay, because I can fix that by just opening up this gasket and letting the film relax down in there. Check it one last time for alignment. Okay, we're gonna lock it right there. A slight shimmy up. Check all my alignments yet. Okay, we're good to go. So now I just got to worry about getting all this film relaxed and tucked down past this gasket. That's really, really tight, especially right there. Okay, now I'm just gonna give it my final press here, work out any last little bit of water. Now I know I got the film worked out to there and there. I'll just take this, swipe anything else that is lingering around, that last half to quarter inch. And this window's tinted. Let it sit overnight, tackle anything else that might be there in terms of, you know, anything that might pop up, but for the most part, that one is done. And obviously go through, wipe this all down. Like I said, I'm gonna take some cleaner and stuff like that and really clean up this car, this door panel, I should say. But yeah, we're looking good. Quite a bit of water left behind that I can see right in this area. That is not an issue. I can just take this, give it one last good press. And there we go. We have a tinted driver window.
Post it.
So I missed quite a bit of stuff here on this car. Between me getting food poisoning, my kid having surgery and getting tubes put in his ears and having that day off, I forgot to record pretty much everything in regards to the ceramic coating, I feel like. So to start off, what we did is we went through and we did a complete paint decontamination on this vehicle. I think it might have been coated beforehand, just the way that the surface was acting. So what we did is we did a super high alkaline wash, iron remover, clay sponge, and did a iron remover, which is the chemical decontamination. The clay is the mechanical, and went through and we noticed there's a lot of water spots in this paint. Not too much for scratches and swirls, a fair bit amount of like toweling marks and some deeper scratches. I'd say right now in the car, in total, there's 5 scratches left that are so deep that I don't want to blow through the clear coat trying to pull them out. And they're in, you know, inconspicuous areas. For example, on the other side of this hood, there's 1 right here. There's 2 on the roof. But other than that, I mean, the paint turned out phenomenal. Went through the whole car, obviously compound polish, got everything looking as good as what is achievable on this vehicle without introducing sandpaper, filling in any rock chips that are on the front bumper that are present, stuff like that. Really just as good as what we could get. And then we went through and used our adhesion promoter polish from C6 Ceramics, the app, which basically is our prep stage. It does deposit some characteristics of the coating and it actually swells the pores of the paint open chemically. So that way then when we apply our C6 Hydro, which is the coating that we use now, it will basically bond to the paint better in a way, at least that's what I've been told. So rather than taking an actual, you know, isopropyl alcohol prep solution and wiping the surface down, we use a chemical to swell the paint and then put the coating over the top of that. So now that the car is all coated, the windshield's tinted, the side windows are tinted, I still have to clean the windshield itself. I have some marks on there from the squeegees and stuff like that that I just gotta wipe up. But other than that though, the car is done. So I can bring you guys in close here and show you. So obviously ceramic coated, I mean, every inch of this car other than the wheels is done. You can just see how beautiful this paint looks. And actually right there is kind of one of those deeper scratches that I was talking about. But again, on this paint, I mean, this being original paint and everything like that, I mean, it turned out phenomenal. I mean, there's no holograms, there's no cut marks, there's no haze. I mean, it's just pure blue, deep gloss on this whole car. And including the black valence here, which turned out awesome. And getting all the way down in there was not the most fun. But yeah, so now this car is protected for many years to come. And then as far as the window tint, we did Lumar IRX 15 Formula 1 on the sides of the back window and Air 80 on the windshield. And the cool thing about this windshield, I mean, it's practically clear. It's an 80% film, so looking at it from the outside, I mean, I can still see the driver's seat and halfway see through, but it does give it like a little bit of a bluish, blackish hue, which is freaking awesome. I love the way that this stuff looks. But yeah, otherwise that's gonna do it for this video. Sorry I didn't capture the polishing, the prepping, or the coating part of it. I'll be sure to catch that in the next one. As far as the next video, we have to go up to Minnesota here next week to go ceramic coat a 9510T and a 9570 RX, I believe. So I'll be sure to capture some stuff there and show you guys that. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. The only thing I ask is if you guys could like the video, comment down below what all you'd like to see more of. Obviously this one, there's quite a bit left out, but you can go to the previous Yukon video and see kind of some of those steps and stages. And be sure to share it. If you know somebody that wants a vehicle coated, tinted, or a piece of farm equipment, construction equipment coated or tinted in the Midwest, and we travel all the way down to Oklahoma, all the way up to the Canadian border, out to Colorado and then over to about Illinois area. So that's gonna do it for this video. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.